go out for my squad and I put that on. Squad? All I got is my word and my word is my bond. Squad? Yeah. They gon' look at you different when you moving forward. But you stick to the code, you get yours.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go back to Riddick. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Newton on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And
This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Riddick with a carry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Mario Addison in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. These two, Newton and Olsen, they have formed quite a partnership. Olsen, 3 straight years over 1,000 yards receiving. The first time in NFL history, Charles, that a tight end's done that 3 consecutive seasons.
And a tight end's supposed to be an accessory to an offense. But in Carolina, Greg Olsen is the primary receiver.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jared Davis, the rookie from Florida. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now Riddick. And he's got room. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Eric Ebron's got skills to spare. They just want the production to equal those, and he needs some good help in order to get that done. Had 61 catches in 2016, battling an ankle.
Yeah, the surprise, though, just one of those 61 hit pay dirt. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Riddick. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On the ground, it's Riddick. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On first down at Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Star Latulele in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. In motion, Hill. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
They'll roll him out right. And going deep for Hill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. 6 yards there on the pickup, and the Panthers are going to get a first down.
Hey, 4th and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guys born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback dive, and he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
They fake the give. Newton rolling to his right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play?
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Theo Riddick, his third touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and 5. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now it's Tate. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field. So it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second down, here's Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football for that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right? Although
I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Newton. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on first down, and that is incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Again, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ed Dixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford looking downfield for Jones. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking it.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Well, I know at points in this...